To see us. In previous class, we people were talking about the nouns. We people have started with nouns and we discussed some uh, types of nouns there. So we people are going to continue with this one. So today there were few students who were present in the class, and in classroom we people have had nice discussion, and we people continued with some interactions also from the point of view preparation for communication, what things we people should do, and how we can improve our English. All these points we people have discussed. Okay, so without wasting, we people will start our presentation. So I will share the screen, and you people just let me know if my voice is reaching to all of you, and the screen is visible. Is it audible? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so all you people can send your roll numbers into chat box. And this was the slide that last time we people have just were discussing about. So types of noun, and in that types of noun, we people have discussed almost all types. Common noun, because this is non-specific people, places, things, or ideas. Proper noun, specific people, places, things, etc. So in that you just see examples. Abstract was something that we were not able to see or not able to perceive, or we people cannot show it to others. So that was abstract, something like freedom, love, courage, or we have seen belief, trust, something like this. Many examples we people have seen, and I'm sure that you people might have found more examples of abstract noun. Then we people have discussed about concrete noun, something that you can perceive with your five senses. It means that you can see it, you can touch it, you can show it, and this can be anything that is visible, that is in front of you. Here examples you people can see. These are, this could be apple, this could be dog, house, flower, and much more. Bench, pen, table, tube, fan, and whatnot. So next was countable nouns, the things that we can count, the pens or orange, bike, house, and so many things are there that you people can take into consideration for counting, and that can be countable noun. So anything that can count can be countable noun. Uncountable noun, the noun which cannot be counted, maybe it requires some unit. So in that case, it is called uncountable. So maybe in case of bread, money, milk, food, water, snow, rice, etc. These are called uncountable because it requires some kind of unit. Maybe here you need slice of bread, money requires currency, milk requires liter, food you have some kind of unit, water liter, snow is also here in uncountable, and rice also, and much more other example also. Compound nouns the people can consider, which is made up of two or more smaller words, something like that. Textbook, notebook, Facebook, fruit juice, washing machine, water tank, schoolboy. So sister-in-law, brother-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law, all such kind of examples, immediately you people can correlate it with your understanding, and you'll come to know about compound noun. In collective noun also, we people have discussed the various examples, and you people have to understand that collective noun refers to collection of some things which is considered as one whole, or it is a group, in fact a group of something, some things, and it is considered one. bunch of grapes. Audience, there are so many people who are called audience. Flock of birds, group of friends, family members. So there are many other examples also which will be called the collective noun, and we people have discussed them in previous class. So you people just try to understand. If anybody is having questions, difficulty, because if we are going to revise them again, it will take a lot of time. And that is also we people have discussed singular noun which refers to the quantity, that is one quantity, it will be singular. For example, dog, how many dogs here? One dog. Horse, one horse. Sheep, one sheep. Monkey, one monkey. Hero, one hero. So all in these things you people have to remember, they are called singular noun, and that's why one person, place, thing or idea, that will be singular. And plural will refer to two, minimum two or more than two. That time it will be plural noun. It refers more than one, so it may be a person, place, things, ideas. So when you say dogs, now it is more than two. Horses, many horses. Mouses, in fact mouses, there are mice. Mouse and mice, you people try to understand. Mouse, plural of mouse, it could be mice. Okay, instead of saying mouses, you people try to understand here, it can be mice. Okay, then next one is ships. So in case of ship, you people might be having confusion, so you people just make me clear, this is also ship. So what will be plural of this ship? Are you able to see it on the screen? I have mentioned ship. So what is plural of ship? In case of this ship, it becomes ships. So now this ship is here. So what is plural of ship? Today you people are not responding at all. What happened? Is my voice not reaching to you, or you people have some other issue or something like this, or you don't know? In case of, if you don't know, you just tell me, sir, we don't know, something like this, but don't just remain silent. Ship is plural. Prithviraj, yes, you're right,
No, sir,
Prithviraj.
don't know.
Okay, Prasad. In case of ship, what happens? That singular and plural form is same. So ship remains ship in singular also, and in plural also. You don't make it ships. So that will be a wrong. So plural of ship will be ship. In case of this ship, ship, this ship, you can make plural by adding yes, ships. But in case of SHEEP, this ship in singular and in plural form, it remains same. You don't make it ships by adding S or ES. Yes, you're right, Pranali. Okay. So that was all about types of noun. With this, we people are going to complete here noun. In case of nouns, if is there anything that we people have left or not have covered, or you have questions, in that case, you people just let me know. आहे का कुणाला काही कळालं नाही, अडचण आली, आणखी रिवाइज करायची
सर
झाली?
ते ब्रेडचं आपण म्हणू शकतो ना, 1 स्लाइस ऑफ ब्रेड, मग ते काउंटेबल होऊ शकते ना की 2 स्लाइस ऑफ ब्रेड?
Yes, but we are not saying one bread, two bread, but we are saying slice. Okay, so that slice is here, it is taking something like this. Here currencies जसं आहे तसं इथं slice वापरावं लागतं ना आपल्याला. One slice of bread. So we cannot say one bread. Complete bread cannot be one bread. Yes, your point is right when you are just thinking of this, that we can say one slice of bread, but not one bread. Huh? That's why it is uncountable. If you're saying one bread, two bread, five bread. So that bread is not the entire bread here, but when you say one slice of bread, that time you're using slice. Something like unit. Slice may not be unit, but it shows that something needs to be counting of bread. Okay.
ओके सर.
So now we people will go to the next part of this, and it will be pronoun. Okay. So if you understood noun, then I'm sure that you are going to understand pronouns. So in noun, you people will find that this is the noun which functions. What are the functions? What are the functions of noun which can perform? It may be a subject, it may be object, it can become complement or object of preposition. So these were the some functions that we people have discussed in previous class. Okay, so noun plays these roles, but sometimes what happens that it becomes very inconvenient, or sometimes it is irritating, sometimes it is not possible each time we people are going to use noun. For example, if I'm going to write a paragraph and that paragraph is about a boy whose name is Ram, so I'm writing that Ram is a boy, something like this. I'm not able to write with this mouse, in fact. And then here we finished our sentence. Then again, I'm going to continue with this. Ram is clever. Okay. So after again, I just wanted to add Ram is hardworking. Okay. So in these examples, you people need to understand. So there is a repetition. So repetition of what? Repetition of noun. Which noun? In case of Ram. So each time you are just using Ram. And if I wanted to add more sentences in this paragraph, so all time just mentioning the same noun, Ram, Ram, Ram. So that will be an repetition of noun, and it will not be just convenient to use language. So what we people will do is, at the first case, we people will use noun as it is, that is Ram. But in case of if you want to refer the same noun twice, thrice, or again in the sentence, that time there is no need to use of this noun. Instead of that, we people use something, some word, and that word is nothing but called as pronoun. ओके. नामाची पुनरावृत्ती जी आहे ती पुनरावृत्ती टाळण्यासाठी जो शब्द वापरला जातो तो शब्द म्हणजे काय असतो? प्रोनाउन असतो. सो इन्स्टेड ऑफ दिस विच प्रोनाउन आय कॅन यूज हिअर? कुठलं प्रोनाउन वापरू शकतो मी इथं?
ही.
येस, यू पीपल आर राईट दॅट आय कॅन से ही. So there are some pronouns which can replace noun. प्रोनाउनचा रोल काय आहे? नाउनला काय करतात? ते रिप्लेस करतात. का रिप्लेस करतात? उगीच रिप्लेस करतात का? नो. टू अवॉइड रिपिटेशन. जे नामाची होणारी पुनरावृत्ती आहे ती पुनरावृत्ती टाळण्यासाठी, रिपिटेशन टाळण्यासाठी that noun is replaced, and this is replaced with pronoun. So how many pronouns are there in English language? You people will read in the first column. So you'll find that there are these pronouns. All these are pronouns. Okay. So you'll come to know I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. So these are all personal pronouns. What kind of pronouns? They are called personal pronouns. Why they are called personal pronouns? Because they are used to refer to person. पर्सनला रेफर करण्यासाठी. अँड फ्रॉम दॅट पॉइंट यू विल रीड हिअर. सुरुवातीला बघा फर्स्ट पर्सन, सेकंड पर्सन, थर्ड पर्सन मेल, थर्ड पर्सन फिमेल, थर्ड पर्सन थिंग, first person plural, second person plural, third person thing, and plural. So all these are the pronouns that can be used to replace nouns. मग आता why it is called first person? याला first person का म्हणायचंय? Because it is used to refer to first person. ज्यावेळेस आपण स्वतःबद्दल बोलण्यासाठी त्याचा वापर करतो त्या व्यक्तीला काय म्हटलं जातं? फर्स्ट पर्सन. म्हणजे पहिला प्रेफरन्स आपण अगोदर स्वतःला देतो. म्हणजे मी जर माझ्याविषयी सांगायचं असेल, इफ आय वॉन्ट टू टॉक अबाउट माय सेल्फ, इन दॅट केस द प्रोनाउन विच आय एम गोइंग टू यूज दॅट विल बी फर्स्ट पर्सन. सेकंड पर्सन कोण असेल मग? आफ्टर दॅट इफ आय वॉन्ट टू टॉक समवन हु इज इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी, माझ्या समोरच्या व्यक्तीबद्दल जर मला बोलायचं असेल, सो दॅट टाइम the pronoun which I am going to use, that pronoun will be called as second person, द्वितीय पुरुषी. and then what will be third person? की आता मी स्वतः इथं आहे किंवा माझ्यासमोर कुणी नाही आहे, So that time we people refer to someone who is not present here. म्हणजे दोघ जण व्यक्ती व्यतिरिक्त तिसऱ्या कोणाबद्दल जरी उल्लेख करायचा असेल, so that time we people will just use person that is third person. So that's why they are called personal pronouns. आणि मग त्यामध्ये first person, second person आणि third person. There are 3 persons. So Samarth, you have question when college has starts offline. Okay, so in that case, until and unless when we get notifications, then only we people can tell. Right now, the government and university has allowed us to begin classes offline with 50%. And if next announcement comes, that time you all be informed. And those who are nearby campus, nearby city, these people can visit for offline classes. Okay. Okay, now come to the point and pay attention. So these were the 3 persons, and again these 3 persons, in that also you people have singular and plural. एकवचनी आहे आणि अनेकवचनी पण आहे. Okay, so which is first person singular? First person singular is I. Which is first person plural? First person plural is we. Pratham Purushi Anekvachni. Which is second person singular? Second person singular is you. Which is second person plural? Second person plural is you. So now I have a question. How will just come to know that second person singular and second person plural? कसं ओळखायचं? कारण दोन्ही मध्ये सेमच आहे, यू आणि यू, स्पेलिंग सेमच आहे, सगळं काही सेमच आहे. सो how you people will understand that you is singular and you is plural? कसं ओळखणार? कोण सांगेल मला? Or there is no any way to understand that you is second person and you is first person?
इन सिंग्युलर यू इज तू म्हणलं जातं यू ला, आणि सेकंड पर्सन मध्ये प्लुरलला तुम्ही म्हणलं जातं.
Yes, you are right. In case of mother tongue, if you are taking help of mother tongue, in that time you can explain tu ani tumhi, that will be difference. But in English, it is not like this. In English, you are reading you, pronunciation same as you, and in second person that is also you. So you cannot identify from you. For that, you people need to read complete sentence. For example, if I just send a sentence, because I'm not able to write with mouse, so I will
नाउन जर अनेक वचन असेल तर मग ते सेकंड म्हणजे प्लुरल झालं, आणि समजा नाउन जर सिंगल असेल ना, म्हणजे सिंग्युलर असेल तर ते मग सिंग्युलर.
Yes, you are exactly okay, Chitrali. So if I send you are a student, okay, I have sent it into chat box. So in this case, the you pronoun which is used, is it singular or plural? Singular है क्या plural है?
Singular.
It is singular because when it is used in sentence, at that time you are able to identify, because the noun which is used, student is singular, that's why pronoun you is singular. And if I'm using same sentence now with plural noun, you are students, in this case now you people will tell me that in this example you is now plural. So there is no way to identify from just you whether it is singular or plural, but based on sentence as mentioned by Aditya, we have to decide the noun which is used is singular, then you is singular. If noun is plural, then
Sir.
Yes, Prasad. Yes, Prasad.
If the students is elder than us, then how can we? विद्यार्थी आहात आणि विद्यार्थी जर सिंग्युलर असेल तर कसं म्हणायचं?
For paying respect, there is no any kind of such words which are used in English. If the student is elder, you can use you. If the student is younger, then also you. म्हणजे कुठल्या प्रकारचे वेगळे, जसं मराठीमध्ये आपण आपल्यापेक्षा वरिष्ठ असतील, मोठे व्यक्ती असतील, तर त्यांच्यासाठी आपण आदरार्थी अनेकवचन वापरतो. म्हणजे वडील असेल तर तुम्ही म्हणतो आपण. हे तुम्ही, वडील आपण एकच आहेत, पण त्यासाठी तुम्ही असा शब्द, किंवा शिक्षक आहेत तर शिक्षकांसाठी तुम्ही आपण आहो जाओ मराठीमध्ये जर सांगायचं असेल तर दॅट काइंड ऑफ वर्ड्स वी पीपल डोंट यूज इन इंग्लिश. जर सपोज तुम्ही एखाद्या तुमच्या टीचर बद्दल म्हणत असाल तर यू डोंट से दे आर माय टीचर. एकच शिक्षक जर रेफर करत असेल, ही इज माय टीचर. सिम्पल, तुम्ही हीच वापरायचं. टीचर असो, इवन प्राईम मिनिस्टर जरी असेल ना, तर फॉर देम ऑल्सो ही प्रोनाउन्स विल बी युज्ड. तेच वापरलं जाणार. बऱ्याच जणांचे एक कॉमन मिस्टेक होते बघा, कारण आपलं प्रॉब्लेम हा मराठीमध्ये आपण आदरार्थी अनेक वापरतो ना, आपण ते म्हणतो, तर ते साठी आपण इंग्लिशमध्ये दे वापरायला जातो. तर इंग्लिशमध्ये मात्र दे वापरायचं नाही. दे कधी वापरायचं इंग्लिशमध्ये? अंटिल अँड अनलेस यू आर गोइंग टू रेफर प्लुरल, अनेक वचन असेल, थर्ड पर्सन, त्याच वेळेस तुम्ही काय करणार आहात? दे वापरणार आहात. पण आदर दाखवण्यासाठी, आपल्यापेक्षा वरिष्ठांशी बोलण्यासाठी, त्यांना रेफर करण्यासाठी असेल, किंवा इतर कुठल्याही गोष्टीसाठी तुम्ही दे वापरणार नाही आहात. त्यामुळं हे काळजीपूर्वक लक्षात ठेवा, नोट डाऊन करून ठेवा कुठंतरी, की जरी वरिष्ठ असतील, जरी मोठे असतील, जरी आदर दाखवायचा असेल, वडील असतील, शिक्षक असतील, पंतप्रधान असतील, किंवा आणखी कुणी असतील, इंग्लिशमध्ये त्यांच्या सगळ्यांसाठी ही आणि शीच वापरलं जातं. कळालं? प्रसाद. ओके.
Yes, sir.
Now come to the point, pay attention. So we are talking about you. Then we'll go for he, she, and it. So in case of he, she, it, you people have to understand that he, she, it together, they are called third person singular. Okay. And they third person plural. So these are the pronouns. So now people can try to learn. You people will tell me one verb, and that verb we people will use with all these pronouns. म्हणजे फॉर एक्झाम्पल मी एक वर्ब सांगतो. वर्ब म्हणजे काय, की क्रियापद. फॉर एक्झाम्पल प्ले हे क्रियापद आहे. सो दॅट प्ले आय विल यूज विथ ऑल दीज प्रोनाउन्स. मग मी कसं म्हणणार आहे ते? आय प्ले, यू प्ले, ही प्लेज, शी प्लेज, इट प्लेज, वी प्ले, यू प्ले, दे प्ले. सो यू विल बी प्रॅक्टिस की थर्ड पर्सन सिंग्युलर असतं तर त्यावेळेस जे क्रियापद वापरतो त्या क्रियापदाला आपण कुठला प्रत्यय लावत असतो? यस किंवा ईएस प्रत्यय लागत असतो. तर ते आपल्याला इथून प्रॅक्टिस करता येऊ शकतं. सो लाईकवाईज आत्ता मी जसं सांगितलं तसं, कॅन एनीबडी टेल मी वन एक्झाम्पल ऑफ वर्ब विथ ऑल दीज प्रोनाउन्स?
Right.
Yes, you can start. You have to say. Chetrali, you just continue. Madhuri, not with only one pronoun. Yes, start.
He writes, she writes, it writes, you write, they write वगैरे.
Yes. So you people have to continue with all pronouns. Like Aisha has told me verb eat. So I have to say I eat, you eat, he eats, she eats, it eats, we eat, you eat, they eat. So as Madhuri has told me, he likes tea. So I say I like, you like, he likes, she likes, it likes, we like, you like, they like. So by this we will practice the sentence formation, structure of sentence. We people will simply try to remember with saying after it. So you people try to choose one verb, and after that you people can just say or try to make sentences like this. So if you are just taking example of other, that I for example eat, or already we people have talked about it, or number of verbs you people take: jump, play, come, go, write, read, listen, watch. So from that, yes Anuja, cry. So if you are taking cry, you people have to say I cry, you cry, he cries, she cries, it cries, we cry, you cry, they cry, something like this. You people have to practice. Okay. So after these pronouns, we people will go to the next column of this subject pronouns, that is object pronouns. You people will read here on the screen. And object pronouns are nothing but these are objective case of pronouns. And what I mean by objective case, it means in Marathi you call it sarvanamanchi dvitiya. Perhaps while changing voice, जर ऍक्टिव्ह वॉइस मध्ये आय आला असेल तर ऍट द एंड वी पीपल मेक इट मी. सो आय, मी. You remains you, same, no change. He, him. She, her. It remains it. We, us. Again, this is plural you, remains you. They becomes them. तर हे त्याची द्वितीय आहेत. सो यू पीपल जस्ट नोट इट डाऊन, किंवा हा जो चार्ट आहे, टेबल आहे, हा टेबल तुम्ही तुमच्या नोटबुकमध्ये हे करून घ्या, काढून ठेवा. इथं फर्स्ट पर्सन हे जे आहे ते, त्यानंतर पहिल्या कॉलममध्ये आय, यू, ही, शी, इट, वी, यू, दे, त्यानंतर त्याच्या पुढचे कॉलम. ओके. त्यानंतर नेक्स्ट जे आहे ते पॉझेसिव्ह ॲडजेक्टिव्हज आहेत बघा. ओके. सो इन पॉझेसिव्ह ॲडजेक्टिव्हज that shows something that you have. Possession म्हणजे काय? Possessive चा अर्थ काय माहिती आहे कोणाला? Possessive, possession. नाही माहित कोणाला. Possession means something that is that belongs to you. म्हणजे काहीतरी माझं आहे असं सांगायचं असेल. So in that case you people say it is possessive. For example, you people can see here my. So काहीतरी माझं आहे असं सांगायचं असेल, so that time you people will use my. My car, my bungalow, my house, my class. Okay. So काहीतरी माझं, my college. Yes, Ranjit. So something like this. काहीतरी माझं आहे, काहीतरी possession दाखवायचं मला. So for that you people will use my. So similar, काहीतरी तुझं आहे असं सांगायचं असेल, सम पीपल येस भार्गव, युअर राईट. प्रणाली,
योर बुक.
युअर बुक. येस. हा, युअर बुक, युअर हाऊस, युअर होम, समथिंग इज युअर. सो युअर क्लॉथ, युअर ड्रेस, युअर मोबाईल, युअर पेन, युअर पेन्सिल, सो मेनी थिंग्स you can tell by your. Then next is his, म्हणजे त्याचं आहे, काहीतरी त्याचं आहे. So you can consider same example, his problem, his assignment book, his journal, his class, his whatever it may be, his house, and you can take similar examples like this. Then next you people can take off her, काहीतरी तिचं आहे असं जर तुम्हाला सांगायचं असेल, सो इन दॅट केस हर कॅन बी युज्ड. अँड इन दिस केस यू पीपल विल से एक्झाम्पल्स, मे बी हर बॅग, हर क्लास, हर टीचर, हर पेन, हर पेन्सिल, हर नेचर, हर बिहेवियर, अँड what not. Yes, Reshma, her son, her daughter, her father, her mother, something like this. So काहीतरी तिचं आहे, you people will understand from that. Now important that is its. आणि या इट्सच्या बाबतीमध्ये बऱ्याच वेळा कन्फ्युजन तुम्हाला या गोष्टीमध्ये असू शकतं. कधी कधी इट्स असं असतं आणि काही काही ठिकाणी इट्स असं एक वापरलेलं असतं बघा, अपोस्ट्रोफी देऊन. सो इन दॅट केस यू मे बी गेटिंग कन्फ्युज्ड. सो या दोन्हीमध्ये काय डिफरन्स असेल इट्स आणि इट्स मध्ये?
सर अपोस्ट्रोफी एस मध्ये ते एस चा अर्थ इज आहे.
येस. आणि जिथं अपोस्ट्रोफी नसतं त्याचा अर्थ काहीतरी त्याचं आहे. बट हिअर इट इज थर्ड थिंग विच इज युज्ड फॉर न्यूट्रल जेंडरसाठी वापरलं जातं किंवा थिंगसाठी वापरलं जातं. बऱ्याच वेळा जर जेंडर माहिती नसेल, जसं आपण हिज हे मस्क्युलाईनसाठी वापरतो, हर हे फेमिनाईनसाठी वापरतो, तर इट हे ज्यावेळेस आपल्याला माहिती नाहीये वेदर इट इज मस्क्युलाईन किंवा फेमिनाईन, इन दॅट केस इट वापरलं जातं बघा. कॅटसाठी, बेबीसाठी किंवा नॉन लिव्हिंग थिंग्स आहेत त्यासाठी इट्स वापरलं जातं. तर काहीतरी त्याचं आहे जे निर्जीव असेल अशा घटकाचं, तर त्यासाठी इट्स वापरलं जातं. आणि इट आणि अपोस्ट्रॉफी येऊन एस येत असेल तर त्याचा अर्थ काय होतो, इट इज असा होत असतो. हे तुम्ही लक्षात ठेवा. ओके, सो यू आर राईट, राईटली टोल्ड. Okay, then let's go to the next pronoun. It is are. How to pronounce it? Are. Simply are. No need to say our. Many of the students say our. It is not our, but it is are. And you people can say our class, our timetable, our computer, our maybe home, our village, our home, something like this. सो यू माइट बी जस्ट हॅव्हिंग वंडरिंग, जर मी नुसतं आर म्हणलं तर समोरच्या व्यक्तीला कळणार नाही असं पण वाटतं कधी कधी. बट दोज हू आर फॅमिलियर फॉर लिस्निंग इंग्लिश त्यांना लगेच कळतं आर म्हणजे कुठलं आर, आणि आर किंवा असं आर म्हटलं तर कुठलं आर येतं. हे आपण काळजी करण्याची गरज नाही याच्याबद्दल की नुसतं आर म्हटलं तर मग कळणार नाही, कन्फ्युजन होईल. यू डोंट थिंक लाईक दिस, बट यू हॅव टू प्रोनाउन्स दॅट आर क्लास, आर डिव्हिजन, आर कॉलेज, समथिंग लाईक दिस. ओके, आमचं आहे अनेकवचन. देन नेक्स्ट युअर. आता हे युअर आणि हे युअर परत सेम, दॅट इज सिंग्युलर, दिस वन इज प्लुरल. तुमचं काहीतरी आहे असं जर तुम्हाला सांगायचं असेल, सो इन दॅट केस यू पीपल विल यूज युअर. युअर कार, युअर होम, युअर पेन, युअर बुक्स, वॉट एव्हर इट मे. आणि देअर इट विल टेल त्यांचं काहीतरी आहे. their problem, their house, their home, their things, their valuable, their car, their what not. You can add the list. त्यांचं काय आहे हे तुम्ही better you people can mention it. Okay, so before going ahead I will confirm absent numbers. So let me know whether roll number 4 is there. Roll number 4 is there, yes. Then roll number 7 is there, yes. Then roll number 11, I don't see roll number 11 is. Roll number 12 is also not seen here. Roll number 15 is also not there. Roll number 18 is also not seen.
Sir,
Yes, roll number 18 is there. Roll number 19 is there. Roll number 20. Roll number 22. Then roll number 29. Then roll number 31.
Present, sir.
Okay. Then roll number 34. Then roll number 36. Then roll number 38.
Present, sir.
39.
Yes, sir.
Then roll number 43. Roll number 44. Okay, then 49. Yes, 49 is there. Then 50. 51. 51 is there. 57.
Present, sir.
Okay, 57. 58 is there. Then 61. 62. 65. 66.
Yes, sir. Present, sir. 66.
Okay, so absent numbers are roll number 11, 12, 15, 20, 22, 29, 34, 36, 43, 50, 57, 61, 62, 65. Okay, so today many students are absent.